Okay, going to be working on houses again on this Project Zomboid build. When last I left off, I still needed to work on the two houses in this part of this block. One of the houses is right here. There's a house there, and there's a house also right here. And I'm going to need to pull back on this fence by a little bit, because it's not supposed to be this far. It's supposed to move around here and then turn somewhere around here, go this way, and wrap around this house right here. Okay, so now back to this house. This house has an interesting front part. It's similar to this house over here's driveway. It has both sand and also concrete driveway. There's 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2, 3, 4, maybe. Okay, about to here. Here, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, what I should do is this right here. That'll make it a little bit easier. Okay, now to work on the house. The house has a dark brown siding to it. If you use a K key too much for the fences, and I don't want to match those two up. It's too dark anyway. Another brick I'm going to be using for the roof. And brown concrete would be too much, I think. This might work. I'm going to try it. If not, I can always remove it. There's a window here, and also a window here. And those look into a sort of living room area. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Looks like 2, at least. 3, 4. There's a sort of nook right here too. And then there's the kitchen right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2. There's a window here that looks into the kitchen area. There's a bathroom here. 2, 2, 3, 4, 2. That's about where it should be here. Sort of. Came too far up there. Two, three, 4. 1, 2. Okay. There's no windows around here. There's a window roughly around here. And let's see. Door to the bathroom here, and door to the bedroom roughly here. Front door about right there. This one can go one step further to make the bedroom just a little bit larger. Okay. I'm going to complete the rest of this area right here, then I'll come back to do the house. One, two, two, three, four. There. Might be a bit better. No, it's not. It should work, I guess. One, two. I think it's three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes when I'm counting from Project Zomboid. So when I'm doing 2 and I end up breaking 4 blocks here, that just means I'm converting 2 blocks from Project Zomboid to a 4x4 section. This right here to Minecraft. And use spruce for the walls. And they may need to move it inward quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I am. Say 2, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. use dark oak for the frames. On this tool shed. And I'll use a Kekia for the roof. In fact, the Kekia most closely matches what the roof looks like in Project Zomboid. Has a little bit more of a burgundy look, but it's pretty close. I'm not as worried about putting a ceiling in on this since it's basically a tool shed, so but might do something. Yeah, I probably should do something small. The flooring will be easy enough. This is basically a three-room home. There's one bedroom, bathroom, and an open room. It's a third room. So I'm going to use terracotta, white terracotta for the bathroom. I'll use, where is it? Light blue wool for the bedroom. And I'll use birch for the living room area. Living room, kitchen, and dining room area. Now, I've used birch a lot for many of these houses in the living room and dining room and area, since it has a nice look to it. And I'm using the city texture pack, so it looks different than it does elsewhere. This will also help me with the walls, since I may need to change those to a different color. The thing about the walls and determining what they should be sometimes is the fact that the exterior and the interior end up being the same, or they end up being sort of switched. You know, with a two-toned room, since there's not really anything that you would call wallpaper. So what's on the outside of a room is also what's on the inside of the room. And I think I'm going to switch to oak. Sorry about the coughing. Okay, the two windows into the living room, dining room area. Front door right here. And I like using this oak door for it because of the glass panels for front doors and office doors. And the Kekia looks nice, so I tend to use those as interior doors. So bathroom door, bedroom window, and kitchen window. going to do the roof and the ceiling for the first floor. I'm going to use another brick for that. It doesn't have the tiled look, although it might look. No, it's not. It doesn't have the tiled look that the Project Zomboid thing does have, but it's closer to brown than. It's not too far from it though. There's a bit more red in it than there is in the Project Zomboid game. I'm going to place part of the roof in before I start filling in the ceiling for these rooms. I'm also using spruce here as a transition. The transition is basically so that it's not oak for the entire wall. There's a sort of break right there. In the Project Zomboid map, there is a sort of soft transition. There's a line that you can see visibly. It's the same color as the rest of the wall, the outer walls, but it's very visible. And it's harder to pull that off in Minecraft, so I've usually use transitions like that, one line of blocks, and usually that represents the floor of the second floor if there is a second floor, or in this case it's the start of the roof. The reason why is better seen on this side. Without this transition right here, it would be all one block from here to the roof. So that is to break up that. Other areas such as right here have windows that sort of keep it from being all one thing. This one almost has that problem, but it does have this window right here. But it does benefit, I think, from this transition. bring this wall out by one. Okay, that's a little bit better. Yeah, we'll throw the roof off just a little bit. And what this will also do is, because I'm transitioning it from a different type of unit system to Minecraft, that being Project Zomboid to Minecraft, it'll create a flex space that can be used as an attic here in Minecraft. Okay, the roof is connected. I may need to do some interior work now. Since basically this gained a extra block right here. But it still looks nice, I think. So that takes care of the first one. And I can start working on some of the trees by placing in the trees just so they'll spawn in while I'm working on the other house. or the saplings. And some of it will depend upon where I end up putting the fence. So I'm going to place the trees down where it's not going to be too much of a problem. And I'm placing spruce down first, because spruce tends to be a bit finicky about how it generates. Okay, this one should... based on eyeballing it, it should split here. Part of it continues on, and but the transition is a bit strange. So this will depend upon how this house goes in. But those trees should be fine to grow in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 maybe. 16 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. About right here. 2. 3, 4. Okay. To slightly differentiate it from the house beside it, I'm going to use jungle planks, I think, for this house. Okay, I need to move this inward. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that should be where the house is. There's a or starts. There's a window there. Four, 5, 6. And I'm going to build this up and use this right here as a transition from the driveway to the front door. a front door roughly here. And this house is made up of 3 rooms. There's a shower, there's a bedroom, and there's a open kitchen, dining room, and living room all in one. 3, 4. One of the windows looking into the dining room and this area is right here. The second is right here. There's a third one also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. Work on these rooms and that will help determine how the house should go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the bathroom is right here. And it has a maybe this right here. It has a window right here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that should be the extent of the house. It's got a window that looks sort of right here. Okay, the door to the bedroom is right here. The door itself is pointed towards the front of the house, or the front door. See, white terracotta for the bathroom. I'll use pink for this bedroom. No, it's concrete. I want to use wool. And birch for this open area. wasn't off by too much. 1, 2. 2. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And this is what I mean by the fence sort of snakes around and basically encompasses this other house. This stone slab will do it. The stone slab in the city texture pack looks very different than stone does. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. And make it a little bit larger, simply because of the distortions in Minecraft. So this house has a patio right here. And this ended up having a lot more block looking area, but these stone slabs pretty much match how it looks. Maybe a little bit larger, but still looks nice, I think. Okay, now to put in the roof and the ceiling for the first floor. Well, I've also got to put in the doors and the windows. I'll do the doors first. Door to the bathroom, door to the bedroom, and this will also make sure I got all the windows in. There's a window right here I forgot to put in. Okay, so window to the bedroom, window to the bathroom, window at the front of the house by the front door, 2 windows in the living room, kitchen, dining room area. And that handles everything. Of course the roof is complicated. And the hard part here is just getting it to where it looks closer to what it looks like in the game. Something a bit easier to pull off in the game itself than it is here. Okay, and now to adjust it as needed. I'm going to extend out this a little bit. Maybe this will help. Yeah, I think that makes it a bit more busy. Don't know if I can help here. Maybe that, that, and that. You can still see part of the wall peeking in. That might help. It's going to help this side a lot more than the other side. The other side ends up being so busy. And I'm going to get rid of this part right here. And that should help. It's just one of those cases of the best I could do. Place in some of the trees here strung with the saplings, and while these grow in, I'm going to work on the placing birch and also placing oak trees, in the other areas that I was working on earlier. So birch to give contrast and oak to fill in areas. That was a great tree to spawn in right there. Really highlights the area. Once the trees are in, I'll start putting in grass in areas where the grass is high. Sometimes you get really great trees like this one right here. And large ones like that. But it's always random with oak trees. Which also means there's a slight bit of danger if you put certain blocks, you put the tree close to certain things, certain buildings. Sometimes it will damage the building. Okay, so that takes care of these two buildings. I do need to put in the driveway, however. So I'll do that now before I move on. Here's a cabin out in this area right here. So I'm going to be working on that one first. This cabin is made up of 2 rooms. There's no bathroom in the cabin itself. There's an outhouse out back. Three, four. 10. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. The driveway kind of curves a bit, as you can see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Be too far. Okay. So the building, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 should be in this corner right here. I'm going to use spruce for this and dark oak for the frames. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then the window. Then the door. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another door here. 2, 4. Two, three, four. There's an inner room right here which has storage. And I'll use oak for the floors. I do have to put another interior wall in since it's not quite this open. It does have that break. And the break is between it forms a break to the bedroom. It separates it. And it's sort of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Where there's an old wood fire stove about right here. And kitchen preparation area right here. For the doors, I'm only going to use a Acacia. Simply because of the nature of the wood cabin. Okay, so the interior door's in. 2 exterior doors are in. And there are 2 windows. One in the front by this front door here, I guess this would be a front door. And the second roughly here by the bedroom area. Well, lucky enough, this one has a blue tiled roof. Closest I have to that is purple, which gives it, doesn't look too bad. Dark oak might be a bit too much. It's not too bad though. Now to put in the walkway. And now to put in some wood. There's some wooden logs just outside of it. I'm going to use spruce for this. A little bit higher than what it is in the game, but it's the best I can do in this case. There is one disadvantage here, and that is the wooden trapdoor is not available. Well, it's available, but it looks like metal. I think that's the best I can do to do part of an outhouse. I'm gonna use birch, I guess, for the door. I don't really use it too much, although it kind of looks a bit too fancy for it. They all kind of do, so I guess it's gonna be jungle. It's probably the plainest of the doors on the city texture pack. The house over here has just as curved a driveway as the other one. It's a 3-room home as well, like many of the other homes. It's got 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. And actually, this design of this home is identical to the layout of this home. The interior may be slightly different, but the actual layout of the home is identical. The rest of the driveway I'll use stone for and give it a patio-like expression. Since there's still more I need to build for the driveway, that is. This area between the stone stairs I'll use. I've been using this gray carpet. I keep forgetting which one it is. I knew it wasn't black. Black looks like a sort of brick. But I've been using this for the roads and driveways, since it looks closer to the roads. There's a door roughly here, and this is the front door. And immediately to the left of it, there's a window. Okay, that matches up. One, two. There's a window here. And there's a door here. This is the door to the bathroom. Four, five, six. Bedroom here. Thankfully, the roof on this one is quite a bit easier. Let's see if I got it right. Then the last one I worked, the second house I worked on this stream. Well, the one that had the same design as this one. That one had quite a bit of a strange roof. This one, however, is pretty simple and straightforward. Okay, it's the fourth house for the stream and the second house in this block. There's still 3 more houses. Oh, 4 more houses in this block. 2 of them share the same driveway. Oh. 2 of them are right about here. These are the 2 houses that share the same driveway. It's not really a driveway so much as sand. Oh, a driveway made of sand. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. This one is a pretty simple design. It's completely blocky, and it's broken up into 3 rooms. There's a bathroom, a small bedroom, and an open area which has a not really a kitchen. It's got a microwave, and also a living area. Three, 4. So I guess it's more of a camping building in the middle of town. It looks like it was originally a storage building that was converted to use as a place, extra place to sleep. Okay, so on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4. There's a door here. And there's a small bathroom here. And there's a window into the bathroom here. The door being roughly about right here. Window here. Door to the building here. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm making the floor the same since I think this building was converted from a rather large shed into an apartment, or at least a guest. Not really an apartment, but almost like a guest cabin. Let's see if we've got all the windows in. Okay. Window to bedroom, window to bathroom, window by the front door, window in the back. And because I think this is a conversion, I'm going to use a KK door for all the doors. So that's the 5th house in this stream. Still got 3 more on this block. I think the next one I should do is over here. Should be roughly here, but I'm going to pace out exactly how far it is. This is a 2-story home. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a flower. And some grass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Empty spot. Then 2 saplings. And empty spot. Another flower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another one. Tree. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another tree. 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 2, 3, 4. Tree. 3, 4. Okay, that should do it. This driveway I'm going to do differently since it's a dirt driveway. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 maybe. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's right, it's 14 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I might sink this down 1, but until then I'll just map out exactly where it should be. One, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I think a curb would look kind of strange here, so I'm going to probably leave it like this. Four, five, six, seven, eight, maybe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a window right here. 2, 3, 4, and there. One, two. There's a window here that looks into the living room area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then there's a stairway that leads right here, or is in this part of the house. The first floor is just one room, that's it. The kitchen area is in the back right here, along with the dining area. The kitchen is in this nook right here. And the dining area right next to it. The living room area is right where I'm facing, by to the right of the front door. And the front door is roughly here. There are two windows in the back, one roughly here and one roughly here. Since the first floor is made up of only one room, I'm going to use birch for the floor on the first room. Or the room on the first floor. This will also create a sort of flex space right here underneath the stairs that could be used in Minecraft. It could be used in Project Zomboid as well, but it's not really utilized as such. Okay, that takes care of the first floor, and it's got a sort of a porch right here. The roof is sort of a blue tile, so I'm going to use purple, like I've been using before for that. Part of the roof is on the first floor. Well, the second floor, it's in conjunction with it. So I'm going to put that part of the roof in. About this one has a covering. That should tie it together. Going to use this as a break between the floors, and also to represent the floor of the second floor. I'll put in the walls for the second floor now and go back in and edit out where the windows should be. Okay, these two windows look into a bedroom, which is right around here. The second floor is made up of 3 rooms. There's a bathroom, there's a hallway which links the rooms together, and there's also a bedroom. And there's a window roughly about here. This window looks into the bathroom. Oops. Sand. Door to the bathroom is right here. There's a hallway about right here. It's not really utilized very well. 3, and there's the door to the bedroom is roughly here. There's also a window here at the top of the stairs. That takes care of all the windows. There's 2 doors up here, but I need to figure out how to do the stairs and also how to do the floor up here. I'll create a molding effect that will allow me to give some extra space down here. That will help out in the living room area. That means I just need to put a slab on the upper part of the block. On the second floor, I'll just use carpet. Well, the floor looks nice enough. I don't think I need to use that for the hallway. Use white carpet for the bathroom since that looks like tile. Okay, the doors are in. I'll use the same method for the kitchen area. They'll fix these problems right here and also give it a little bit more flair. I'll use this to make the stairs stand out a bit. No, it won't stand out because I used that on the first floor. So jungle wood it is then. Okay, so the ceiling is in for the first floor. And the floors are done for the second floor. At least a quandary for how to handle the ceiling of the second floor. Let me break this for one moment. What do I have got down here? Could use a light, but that would be a problem above. So there's no way to actually use a block of wool there. Wish you could put a carpet and door in the same block. That would be useful, but what happens when you try that is this. You can't do it. Because carpet occupies the entire block that it's placed on. Or in, I should say. I could make the ceiling of the first floor a little bit fancier and do the same. I mean, the ceiling of the second floor a little bit fancier. Since this is pretty much where the people bedroom and bathroom are. Well, private areas. Although that's not a bathroom on the first floor, so anyone visiting would have to go up to the second floor too. The area underneath where the stairs are would have made for a good powder room for the first floor. Or I believe it's also called half bath. And there is also again a flex space on the second, well, what would be the third floor, in the attic area, from translating it from Project Zomboid to Minecraft. Could be used as an attic. Okay, and it looks like that's... I'm going to put in some of the trees. I'll work on the trees. And it's about the end. I don't think I have time for another house. These trees shouldn't conflict with any of the new building. The new building that I'm going to be working on next is around this area right here. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And I can't believe I forgot to actually complete this roof. I'm being absent-minded. Okay, that roof is connected. There we go. This one's connected. And that house is finally actually done. And now to continue placing in spruce trees. I'll make sure the spruce trees are in first before I start placing the other trees in, since spruce trees tend to be a bit finicky. Birch trees to give contrast, and oak trees to help fill in the areas and provide more contrast. Now, in terms of translating from Project Zomboid, its map, to this one, the trees are not going to be identical, but I think I've got the same feel for it. So it's mostly just looking at where the trees are on the Project Zomboid map, and then roughly translating that into something that looks roughly nice. And then going back and then filling in areas that sort of stand out. The birch trees I've noticed, and really I'm only using 3 different types of trees for a lot of these areas, but the birch trees really stands out because the oak, the bark of it gives a really good contrast between that and the spruce trees. So it really makes forest areas stand out. And if you think about it, the oak trees then become a transition between the two. Which is helped out by the fact that oak trees pretty much grow very easily pretty much anywhere. There's a wide variety of different oak trees that can generate from a sapling. Even if you place them side by side, you can do the same thing with birch and it'll do the same. Simply because birch grows straight up and the leaves aren't a problem for new birch trees that spawn in. But you can create tunnels, tree tunnels with it. That might be too much. The only method I'm doing here is just placing trees in and hopefully a nice tree will grow in. But it's random. Rather than sculpt the trees, I decided early on to just place saplings and let trees grow as they will, since it would give more of a natural feel, I think, to the whole area. Help the trees along and start placing in places where the grass is higher. And some of these places have high grass at the moment because some of the areas are harder to get to because of trees. And also because Project Zomboid takes place during a zombie apocalypse, so mowing hasn't been a priority. Fortunately, it also gives a nice, it gives I guess you could say more of a live-in feel to it, rather than just being flat. It gives some definition to it. And on this too, I'm pretty much trying to follow where the grass areas are, higher grass areas are in the game, Project Zomboid game. As I'm helping the trees along, it should actually help the trees speed up in growth, since there's fewer if statements for the game to make. And if statements are mostly, each of these saplings have an if statement for each tick. And the statement is, can I create a tree right here? Should I? Once it decides it should, then it tries to determine what type of one that will generate. And once it does, it generates it and displaces certain blocks that are above it. Those certain blocks can be wood, if there's dirt above it, that can be displaced. Other leaves will definitely be displaced by newer leaves. So if you place in trees in a specific order and you want mostly the leaves of one tree to show, you're going to want to plant those trees last, because you place those trees in first, and the leaves of the trees that you place in after it will displace those leaves. You can see it right here. The oak leaves have displaced spruce leaves right here. So you could tell this oak tree grew in after the spruce tree. Okay, so I'll do a flyover of what I've worked on for this session. I first started off with this house right here. And it had a tool shed. And I completed this block with this house here. This was the second house in. This one had a slightly complicated roof, seen right here. And then I started work on this block right here. And got quite a bit of this block done, except for two houses. The third house I've worked on was this house right here. In the game, it's sort of a cabin. And this house, interesting enough, doesn't have a bathroom, it has an outhouse. And the fourth house I've worked on was this house right here. I skipped slightly ahead and worked on this house over here because it's easier to place this house because of its alignment with this road right here. And this one is more like a cabin too. It looks like it was a large building that was converted to a guest cabin. Maybe a huge garage or a large garage slash tool shed. Garage or tool building. I think it was a garage too, given that this building and the building that I'll be putting in right here share the same driveway. It's going to be another building right here. The last house that I worked on for this stream was this two-story building right here, which had a slightly curious design. The bathroom is on the second floor. I'll just extend this roof out here and give it more of a rain guard. Anyway, that's it for this stream. Right now I'll just do I've also put in I should extend this grass area right here. I'll extend this grass area right here, then I'll point out what I'm going to be working on during the next stream. Okay. Now that's in. There's going to be a house right here. And then I've got another house on the other side of this one. This one shares the same driveway. And I think this was the original house, and this one was the garage that was converted into a cabin. Once I've placed that in, then let's see, where am I going to be working on next? There. Okay, I'm going to be working on this block way over here next. Since I'm working from one side of the town to the next. Okay, this one's at the end of these studio homes. Okay, there's 3 houses on this block. There's a 2-story house roughly around here. And there are 2 2-story homes here. The 2-story home here that's surrounded by a fence for the most part. And there's also a Well, there's one-story home right here, I should say. Two one-story homes. I don't know if I said that properly. There's a one-story home right here, and this one-story home exits into this side street right here, rather into the main road. So I've got those two over there, I've got the three over here, and depending upon how much time I have, may not have enough time, since there's a two-story home involved. There's a laundromat which is right here, this area right here. And moving on further after that, there's a trailer park way over here. I should be able to get a number of those done. Before I work on this trailer park though, I'll finish putting in the roads. And I've been doing that off stream. This area also has, there's three businesses left. There's a laundromat over there that I pointed out. There's a farmer's market right here. And there's a convenience store a good ways down, in the direction that I'm looking at right now. Okay, from here there's a lot of woodland right over there. I'm not going to be able to get to this in the next stream, but I'm just pointing it out. There's a house here. There's more houses following this road right here. And it'll continue on. There is also another chapel here. Or a church. Church being right here. That I'll eventually get to as I continue to work along. And for the moment, before I end the stream, I'll just do a flyover of some of the things I've built. And this is the center town on the Muldraugh on the main Project Zomboid map. Businesses follow the main highway. And that, when I first started this large build, I started on the main highway. And I put in some of the forest along the side of the main highway. I still need to fill in this area right here a bit more. And there's some of the trees over here. The only way that they'll grow is if I stay in this area, and I haven't really built very much in this area. So I'm going to need to go in there and continue to place in more trees. There's not very much to build actually. Some of the areas right here I've seeded in the spruce trees. Some of them need still more spruce trees. And also to there's quite a few forest area that's going to be part of this map. And this will eventually bring me back to where I was working on. Right here. And that'll be it for this stream. Thank you very much for watching.